Hey y'all, this is Elizabeth with Mad for Macrame. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these pot holders. These are great and they're fast, easy to make. They are also washable and they take less than a half a roll of Bobbiny's 5mm braided cord. Today we're going to use a 9mm hook. We're going to need a needle to weave in the ends and some scissors. And for cord, I'm going to use the 5mm braided by Bobbiny. This is a full roll, but you could use one of the 50-meter rolls. And when you use this cord, always remember to start pulling from the side that has the knot. So go ahead and pull some of your cord out. For row 1, the first thing we need to do is create a slip knot. I like to make a loop with my working cord on top and then pick up that loop and push the working cord through that loop and tighten down. They call this a slip knot because you can loosen or tighten the loop. So when you add it to your hook, you can tighten by pulling on the working cord or loosen by pulling on the tail. And you don't want this loop to be too tight. First, we need to make a chain of 15. Take your thumb and your middle finger and pinch the knot, helping that loop on your hook be a little bit more secure. To start the chain, you need to wrap that working cord around your hook or yarn over, and then turn your hook down and pull that loop through the one that's on your hook. So that's number 1. I like to move my fingers up, yarn over, make sure you turn the hook down and pull through. We need to do this 15 times. So this is number 4. On this chain, you'll see these little V's. These are our stitches. So we should have 15 V's. For the next row, we're going to stitch in the back loop of these V's. For the entire project, we're going to do all the stitches in the back loop. And what I mean by the back loop is on the V, we're just grabbing and going under the back loop on the V. We're going to make 14 slip stitches, starting with the V, the second one from the hook. So you insert your hook and make a slip stitch. You yarn over, turn your hook down, pull that loop through, and then pull that loop through the loop on your hook. So again, you insert your hook in that back loop, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through. Keep working those slip stitches all the way down the chain, and when you're finished, I'll show you how to start the next row. I finished up with my slip stitches, and if you turn this piece to the side, you can see those V's again. It's really important to keep count as you're making this. So you should have 14 of these V's. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We started off with a chain of 15, so we have to make up for that 15th stitch. So at the end of each row, you're going to chain 1 and then turn your work. So I like to turn my work away from me, from right to left. You're always going to be stitching in the same direction. Now you see the V's again. We're going to do slip stitches in those back loops, just like we did on the last row. So under that back loop of that V, just picking that piece of cord up. This is where we'll insert our hook each time. You're going to make 14 slip stitches all the way down the chain, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn. So again, to make a slip stitch, we insert our hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through. After you're done with your slip stitches, don't forget to chain 1, so yarn over and pull through. Now we need to turn our work. So again, I like to turn from right to left away from me. Now we start with our slip stitches again. We need to make 14 slip stitches. When we get to the end, we chain 1 and turn our work. You're going to continue that same pattern for the rest of the pot holder until you get to your 12th row. After that 12th row, I will meet you back and show you how to create that handle at the top. I also wanted to mention, if you want to make your pot holder bigger, just keep making those rows and it'll make it taller. Or for instance, if you wanted to make a placemat start off with a longer chain and then make however many rows high you want that placemat. It's just slip stitches the whole way. So I'm going to finish these rows up and I will meet you back and show you how to make that handle. I finished up my 12th row and I'm going to compare it to my first pot holder. I just want them to all be the same size. I feel like my tension is a little tighter today, so yep, okay. That height is good. So this is 12 rows. And I count my rows by these little notches on the side. So I just make sure that I have 12 on the right and 12 on the left. Now to make that little handle, we're just going to make a chain. We're going to chain 6. And then we can attach our cord to the back side. If you want this loop a little bit bigger, then maybe make a chain of 8 or 10 if you want that larger. So to make that chain, remember we yarn over, turn our hook down, and pull that loop through. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we can go ahead and clip our yarn. I think that's a good size. Pull your hook out and pull the yarn through. I like to attach this loop on the back side. So grab your needle and thread that end piece through. There we go. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to attach it under these first couple stitches right here on the side. So I just go up under a couple loops, and to make sure this doesn't pull out, I want to make a small knot. I like to go up under a stitch and I like to pick one between these 2 rows so it's kind of hidden. These little loops in between the V's. So I pull the cord through and then I go back under that same space. And before I pull it all the way through, I just make a knot. And then pull it tight. That'll keep that loop from pulling loose. Now weave your ends in and clip the excess off. Same goes for that little end we started with. Make sure you weave it in under a couple stitches and clip it off. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you would, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.